Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is crop production and management part 5th. This is the 5th part of our topic. We talked about harvesting, winnowing, storage of grains. Now we will talk about the improvement of crops. We will talk about the improvement of crops. How we can improve crops. Improvement of crops. इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ क्रॉप्स सबसे पहले क्या आता है इसमें? इम्प्रूवमेंट ऑफ क्रॉप में जब प्रेजेंट में हमने देखा था 20 मिलियन ईयर्स increase in population, India's population by about 20 million year every year. Okay, according to our food requirement, जो food requirements also accordingly the food requirements when population increases, तो पता है सबको population increase हो जाता है तो उसके साथ फूड की रिक्वायरमेंट कितना हमें फूड चाहिए भी इंक्रीज हो जाता है, तो पता ही है population increases, food requirement increases, and for this food requirement, when food requirement increases, we have to produce large amount of food. For this reason, there are main factors responsible for the increase of this production. First is number 1 is इस improvement के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? Plant breeding. Plant breeding. What is this plant breeding? This is a technique in which cross breeding, which is known as hybridization, cross breeding होती है so that हमारी प्रोडक्शन बहुत अच्छी हो जाए. क्रॉस ब्रीडिंग which is known as hybridization between two varieties of plants to obtain a new and better adapted variety. That is called cross breeding. What is cross breeding? It is the process technique which involves two varieties of plants to obtain new and better adapted variety. For example, the anther of one plant are removed by a forceps before they mature and produce pollen grains. This is known as emasculation. Emasculation is the removal of anther before maturity and produce pollen grains. Then these pollen grains of the another plant are dusted over the stigma of the flower to bring about cross pollination. This plant is now again crossbred. The process, when repeated several times, yields are improved. That is called stock, and this variety has desired characters and is resistant to many diseases. Okay, the institutes and universities of Indian Council of Agricultural Research, they develop new varieties of wheat, rice and various vegetables and fruits, and by using the seeds of these varieties the yield of the crop increases. This is called plant breeding. Number 2 is soil improvement. Number 2 is soil improvement. What is the soil improvement? इसमें सबसे पहले आता है क्रॉप रोटेशन. And second is mixed cropping. And third one is field follow. These three came under soil improvement. क्रॉप प्रोटेक्शन क्या होता है? हमारे पास लिग्यूमिनस प्लांट्स होते हैं या पल्स क्रॉप्स जिनको बोलते हैं, उनके लिए हमें फिक्स एटमॉस्फेरिक नाइट्रोजन की ज़रूरत होती है इनटू नाइट्रेट्स विच आर गुड फर्टिलाइजर्स. ओके, जो हमारे लिग्यूमिनस प्लांट्स होते हैं या पल्स क्रॉप्स होते हैं, उनकी एक ये है खासियत दैट दे हैव एबिलिटी, दे फिक्स एटमॉस्फेरिक नाइट्रोजन into nitrates, and those nitrates are good fertilizers. Why? How they are able? Because they have nitrogen fixing bacteria, which we know called as rhizobium, This is a nitrogen fixing bacteria. And azotobacter in their root nodules. So when we cultivate these crops in between two cereal crops, they add mineral to the soil. कैसे? जैसे maize and wheat crops, they are grown alternately with groundnut. Maize and wheat crops, they are grown alternately with what? With groundnut. Okay, and the cultivation of groundnut can replenish the mineral of the soil, and this method is known as crop rotation. What is mixed cropping? Sometimes two crops may be grown together to save time and labor. उससे क्या होता है? This helps the products, and this also helps the products and waste materials of one crop to be utilized by the another crop if chosen properly, and the method is known as mixed cropping. Another is field follow. What is this field follow? Sometimes the field may be left as such and crop is not cultivated for one season. During this period, humus of the soil may increase and promote the growth of microorganisms to replenish the nutrients of the field. That is called field follow. And all these methods, mixed cropping है या crop rotation है या field follow है, it increases the nutrients and the humus of the soil, and soil becomes better suited for the growth of the new crop. Okay, then we will talk about protection from pests and weeds in another video. Till then, goodbye.